Hey there and welcome to this in-depth walkthrough of the Subs plugin. I don't want to waste your time, let's jump right in. Here you see the official Adobe Marketplace where you can subscribe to the Subs plugin. Once downloaded, you just open up Premiere and I have this test project already set up for us. You find the Subs plugin up here in the menu navigating to extensions in the window drop-down. Usually it opens up in its own window, but I like to drag it in here to have a little bit of a cleaner workspace. And that's it. Okay, there's a little bit more to this, and that's why I'm making this video for you guys. What we see right here is the user interface of the plugin. It was really important to me and my team to keep this as simple as possible and make it fit perfectly in the Premiere Pro environment. And yes, we are going to add more features in the future, but I promise we will keep the interface as simple and organized as it is. So the first thing here is a simple 4-step guide on how to use the plugin. I think there is nothing left to say about this. And then we have those two inputs right here. The text style drop-down gives you the possibility to select your favorite style, just like that. Once we settle for a style, we can dial in our highlight color. We can either do that using the picker or just pasting our hex code in this little text field here. For this example, I'm gonna go with a bright green, like this. On the bottom, we can see a short help section with quick tips on how to solve common issues, recently added features, and a preview of what you can expect in the next update. But wait, I skipped this big and important thing right here. Yes, that was kind of on purpose. But let's talk about it right now, the Captionize button. Once you're happy with the text style and your color, you can just hit it and your captions will automatically be created as graphics in your timeline. Are we done yet? No. There's a lot more to come, and yes, now it's gonna get interesting. For some of you, this might be everything they need, but we talk about a tool for professionals here who create many videos a day, no matter if you're a TikTok agency or an editor who creates meta ads en masse. This will save you hours. We did not only want to automate the caption creation process for you, but also make it a lot easier and quicker to edit them afterwards, since this will be necessary every now and then. To edit your captions, you have two main windows. The first one is the text panel, which you already know from your previous subtitling workflow, so you don't need to learn any new tools here. Just click the Graphics tab up here to see your captions in an overview. This is perfect to correct spelling mistakes or navigate through your timeline. You can even search specific words and replace them if needed. This saved me hours with my clients in the past. Now let's jump over to the second window we can use for further adjustments, and that is the Essential Graphics panel. I really recommend creating a keyboard shortcut for it to not always have to navigate like this. Just hit Command-Option-K on your keyboard and search for Essential Graphics in the pop-up window. And then on the right, type in your preferred shortcut. Within the graphics panel, we have many options to adjust our captions. Let's go through it from top to bottom. First, there is this text field. Nothing special here, you can just change the text. Then we have some text formatting options. Here you could use some custom fonts and stylize it, but keep in mind that this will be only applied to your active caption snippet. If you can't see those options, you might have to select a caption snippet in your timeline by clicking on it. Now we come to the interesting part. We have 3 color fields in here. I will quickly explain you what they do. The first one defines your highlight color. The other 2 don't have any effect, so you might be asking why we chose to place them here. Most creators, including us, use multiple colors to not only highlight but also enhance the understanding of your storytelling by coloring positive statements green and negative statements red. By having those 2 extra color squares, we can easily change the highlight color by selecting and clicking with the color picker tool. Little sneak peek, we are working on multiple color highlighting to be automatically available, so follow us to be informed as soon as it's out. And last but not least, we have those sliders. They are a huge time saver, since keyword selection will never be 100% accurate. You might have noticed that with other online tools who claim text-based highlighting by AI. It was really important to us to make this super easy for you to adjust the keyword if in some situation you might not be happy with our recommendation. By the way, if you find it annoying to always highlight the caption snippet, to be able to work in the Essential Graphics panel, just toggle this little track icon on your timeline and the selection will always follow your playhead like this. Talking about the timeline, yes, that is something that makes the Subs plugin stand out. Your captions are now directly in your timeline. I would drag them down a little by modifying the height value in the effects control panel, and then right-click on the motion tab to copy and paste it to all my other snippets using the keyboard shortcut Command V. Since we don't work with the subtitle track but caption snippets, all those effects here in the effects panel are now available for them. Anything like this digital glitch or this lightning effect are as easy to apply as this whip transition right here. Cool, right? And let's lift this to the next level. Let's create our own transition by just dragging the transform effect to the caption snippet and playing around with some keyframes, for example, a little pop-up effect. Did you know that you can save those and apply them to all snippets at once? Just right-click on the transform effect. By the way, this is possible with any effect you created. So right-click the effect and select Save Preset. Then give it a name and select Anchor to Endpoint in case it is a transition effect like this. For the lightning, we could just leave it to scale. Now they are available here in our Effect Presets folder. What else is possible to make unique use of the Subs plugin? Well, you could create multiple layers of the subtitles in different colors and then randomly combine them by dragging them up to create a random color effect. Maybe not for everyone, but I had some of you asking for it. What I actually use is this. I create the subtitles in 2 different text styles and jump back and forth between the different styles. Especially cool to make a difference between 2 speakers or to introduce a new chapter. To combine them, just delete the snippets of the top layer that you don't need. Like this is speaker 1 and then until here is speaker 2 and then it is 1 again. And then just drag them down. You can really get creative here. And since you saved the time creating and coloring the keywords, you actually have time to get creative without compromising on your profits. One thing I want to show you, since it's pretty common at the moment and I see myself using it a lot, is placing the text behind your subject. You probably know how to mask out the subject using the rotor brush tool. If not, check out our Instagram or TikTok. I recently made a tutorial on that. I did prepare this here to save some time in this tutorial. For your understanding, I have the normal video layer down here and then copied it to create the link comp where I masked out my subject. Let me toggle this track so you can see what I mean. And now I just need to drag the caption snippet in between those 2 layers and maybe adjust the size and the placement a little to make this effect shine. As most of you already know, we work with the tools Adobe provides to us. So to get started with the captions in the first place, we have to somehow transcribe our sequence. I know we have a quick tutorial on how to prepare your timeline for the use of the plugin, but I want to share with you some settings and tips I found out over the last months to make this even quicker. First of all, I changed Premiere's preferences to automatically transcribe any clip I added to my project. You can choose your language or just enable auto detection. Now, everything I import to my project, like this talking headshot here, will be transcribed by the time I add it to my timeline. Then I have 2 keyboard shortcuts for you. You remember Command Option K to open the pop-up window? The first shortcut I would recommend you using is Create Captions. And the second one is Export Captions as well. Set it to whatever you want. Now let's continue with my workflow for this wonderful headshot of myself. In the text panel we can already see the transcription of our sequence. So we just hit the first shortcut to create captions. Select the parameters you like. I recommend setting maximum characters to 20 and the duration to 2, but you could also go with the minimum characters and just 1 line to always have just 1 word on the screen. Then click the button and now we get this new track in our timeline with the orange subtitles sitting on it. Next up, make sure your timeline is highlighted by this blue frame by just clicking on it. And then hit the second keyboard shortcut. Here just hit enter and then make sure your downloads folder is selected. This should be the case, which basically allows you to hit enter again. Over time you will do this in just a matter of seconds. Let me show you how I create the captions for these 8 hooks and body in less than 1 minute. I go through them one by one and create the subtitles using the shortcut. And now here's a little trick. I select them all in the projects bin and then hit the shortcut to export the captions. 2 times enter, bam bam. and ready. Now I select my style and color in the plugin window and hit Captionize for each sequence. And here we go. I think that was quite a long walkthrough for such a simple plugin, but that just shows how many possibilities it gives you. Don't hesitate to contact me or the team if you have any further questions, and share your ideas for future updates in the comments. But don't worry, we also come up with cool ideas for new features by ourselves. Actually, really cool ones that I can't wait to tell you about. So make sure to follow our accounts to always be up to date. See you soon.